My dad, his father was a real naturalist. And so Dad, I guess, had learned from his dad. We always had bird feeders in our yard. Dad would always identify the birds that we saw if we're driving down the road. There's red-tailed hawk, you know, whatever's coming into the backyard. So we were always feeding birds. And when they retired and moved into a retirement community, I went over a week before they moved in and set up bird feeders in the trees so everybody would already learn what was there and they would have birds their first day. So we always kind of had that growing up, you know, an affinity for birds. So a friend of mine who was in my book club, Nan Dwyer, she would mention going on bird walks. She's a big birder and she's been a big influence on me. And so I was like, Nan, you're going, I would love to go birding with you sometime. So I went with her and Jan Hansen to go birding a couple of times around the area. And I was like, Nan, let me know anytime you're going. I love this. And she's like, well, you know, there's New Hope Audubon Society and they do bird walks. So I got online and looked up New Hope, and they do bird walks twice a week on Wednesdays and either Saturday or Sunday. So I started going to every one of those bird walks when I was in town. My husband had been ill with some Parkinsonism, and so he had mobility issues and he had dementia, and this was like a 10-year decline, sort of. And he passed away February 2018. Well, I was, of course, grieving, and that's a process that will probably go on for much longer. You think you're doing okay, but you're sort of in shock for longer than you think you're in shock. So I feel like the birding gave me a focus, and of course formed many new relationships with that birding community, and continued the relationship with nature and became a deeper relationship, and discovered all these birds that I can't believe I've been such an idiot all my life and never knew they were out there. If they didn't come to my backyard feeder, I just didn't know. And I get so much joy and fulfillment from the birds and the nature and the companionship. So it's been a wonderful passion that has just blossomed in my life. Nature is out there and it's balanced. And for me, it's like an ongoing meditation. I'm out walking in the woods, in the natural world. The less man-made things I see, the happier I'm gonna be. Well, for me, a spark bird, I guess, would be a golden crown kinglet. Well, perhaps the trip to Warbler Road could have been like that, because I got so many lifer birds, which is birds that you've seen for the first time in your life that you could identify. On that trip, I got so many. And of course, they're warblers, and so they're all gorgeous and precious. And that probably really hooked me in pretty deeply. I am so grateful to birding because it has truly developed into a real passion for me. It's probably the most important thing in my life right now.